Students, is audio and video fine with you all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, just bear with it. There is some work going on at my residence. So hope that you can get me very clearly, loud and clear. I'll be there for you all. And if in case if the disturbance carries for a certain longer time, I'll just let you know about it, whether to move further or not. Okay. Okay, students. In the last lecture, in the morning, I'll attend the sessions, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And we started with heat and thermal, isn't it?
Yes, sir. Today we did heat and thermal question.
Okay, but why, Rishi, why didn't you answer in that case? All the students of foundation batch. What about you all? Foundation batch and foundation new. Why the rest of the students, Hitanshu, Kunj, Om Shinde times, prefer that he answered. Rishi Dave. Okay, students. Let's move further. In the last lecture, I told you about stress and strain, isn't it? I made it very clear when I told you about stress. Students, can you tell me what exactly stress we consider? What exactly stress? Anybody? Yes, any of you all? Yeah, students. Is stress is force applied per unit area or restoring force per unit area?
Sir, restoring force per unit area.
Absolutely correct. Mind you, students, stress is not the applied force we consider, because when you're speaking about a body for considering to be elastic, elasticity, students, is it a property for a body to undergo a stretch or a property of a body to resist stretch?
Sir, it is property to register.
Absolutely correct. Elasticity का मतलब ये नहीं कि body कितना stretch कर रहा है, students. Please, that's absolutely a wrong concept in elasticity we consider. That's what I made it very clear. If I give you a steel wire and if I give you a rubber wire, both of them are extended by same load for same length and same area of cross section. Which one you'll consider to be highly elastic? Then what will be your answer? Will it be steel or rubber?
Rubber wire.
Rubber wire will be highly elastic or steel? कहाँ पे restoring force per unit area will be maximum?
Steel.
Absolutely correct, Ruksar. Steel. So when I speak about for stress students, stress is simply restoring force, students, acting normally per unit area of a given surface, students we consider. और अगर तुम ध्यान से देखोगे तो restoring force कहाँ पे ज्यादा था, students? We got it. The restoring force was maximum in steel wire as compared to rubber wire, because if you look at the steel molecules, if you take a simple wire made up of steel, how are the atoms and molecules are very closely and compactly placed. उनका एक compact nature होता है. Whereas in this case, if I happen to go for rubber, the intermolecular space between the molecules is much more larger as compared to that of steel. तो अगर दो एटम्स के बीच में स्पेस कम है तो उनका इनका इंटर एटॉमिक फोर्स ज्यादा होगा. अगर तुम सपोज नीचे वाले एटम को नीचे की तरफ खींचना चाहते हो ड्यू टू अप्लाइड फोर्स, स्टूडेंट्स, तो व्हाट्स गोइंग टू हैपन? There will be exactly an identical force acting equal in magnitude, opposite in direction. और वो force much more stronger होगा as compared to rubber molecules, because in rubber molecules the space between the two molecules is much more as compared to this. तो यहाँ पे तुम्हारा restoring force ज्यादा होगा, students. यहाँ पे restoring force कम होगा. जहां पे restoring force acting normally per unit area ज्यादा होगा, वहां पे we consider to be maximum elastic body we consider. So we consider a steel is highly elastic as compared to that of rubber. So students, please don't have a misconception that a body which undergoes a stretch is elastic. No, a body which resists any change in its change in shape is called to be highly elastic. Now I tell you about stress. Stress is simply considered as force restoring per unit area. And I can consider this for applied per unit area also, students. I can consider this for applied per unit area we consider. That's what is simply considered stress. Due to stress, what happens? The body undergoes what? A strain. Students, can you tell me how exactly define strain? What's the definition of strain we consider? stress is
Change in
restoring.
length by original length.
Absolutely correct. That means there is original dimension, that is change in dimension. किसी चीज का डायमेंशन चेंज होना, और उसको कंपेयर किससे कर रहे हो? ओरिजिनल डायमेंशन से। एग्री? उसको हम बोलते हैं स्ट्रेन वी कंसीडर। यानी ये पॉसिबिलिटी क्या होगी सर? ये हो सकता है, हम ले सकते हैं चेंज इन लेंथ, वी कैन कंसीडर चेंज इन लेंथ। अगर सपोज मैंने स्ट्रेन के हिसाब से लिया था कि गो फॉर चेंज इन लेंथ, तो ओरिजिनल डायमेंशन क्या होगा? ओरिजिनल लेंथ। अगर मैं एरिया को चेंज कर रहा हूं तो चेंज इन एरिया, कंपेयर किससे करूंगा? ओरिजिनल एरिया से। इफ आई हैपन टू गो फॉर चेंज इन वॉल्यूम, तो कंपेयर किससे करूंगा? ओरिजिनल वॉल्यूम स्टूडेंट्स। तो जब भी हम स्ट्रेन के बारे में बात करेंगे तो स्टूडेंट्स ऑलवेज डू कीप इन माइंड इट्स सिंपली द रेशियो ऑफ change in dimension upon original dimension, students. And this change in dimension can be one dimensional, can be two dimensional, can be three dimensional. अगर one dimensional लिया तो it can be due with respect to length. अगर two dimensional लिया तो with respect to area आ गया. अगर three dimensional लिया with respect to volume आया students. And we see that the strain is because of stress we consider. So that's what a student should make it very clear. The next I told you about the types of stress if I happen to consider students. अगर तुम stress के बारे में देखोगे तो what exactly we consider is, if you happen to go for stress, you have three kind of stress we consider. यानी stress क्या है? Restoring post point area. There are three kind of stress we consider. Now the types of stress if I happen to consider students, we can call this as, one is called as normal stress. Students, we can consider this as a normal stress. इसको the other name we can consider as axial stress. Please try to understand these terms. Normal stress, axial stress, or I can write on longitudinal stress. Now students, do tell me what exactly these terms actually makes you to understand. When I use the word normal stress, what exactly it means?
Perpendicular.
Perpendicular.
Absolutely correct. That means the force is perpendicular. That means the restoring force is acting normally. If I go for axial, what exactly is the word axial stress speaks about? The stress which is acting along the axis of the given material. अभी for example अगर मैंने wire दिया है students, so what exactly the axis will be? तो बोलोगे सर एक axis होगा perpendicular. अभी देखो for example look at this particular white marker. ये cylinder है, इसको हम wire ले सकते हैं. तो अगर मैंने उसका एक axis क्या लूंगा? एक axis जो passing होता है center of mass से perpendicular to the plane. तो ये होगा तुम्हारा एक्सिस. और ये कौन सा एक्सिस है? ये एक्सियल है. आई कैन गो फॉर एन एक्सियल व्हिच इज कटिंग द width of the diameter of the wire. I'm speaking about the length we consider. तो ये तुम्हारा एक्सियल स्ट्रेस होगा. दूसरा वही longitudinal stress होगा, which is considered to be along the length of this particular wire we consider. So when we speak about stress, these all terms speaks about one: normal stress, axial stress, longitudinal stress. Students, we consider. Agreed? They are all one and the same we consider in this case. Now, इसके भी types है. Friends, when I speak about normal stress, there are two kinds of it. ध्यान से सुनो students. एक होगा tensile stress, and the other one is compressive stress. What is this?
So one is when you increase the length, one is when you decrease the length.
Very good. Tensile stress we consider is what we simply consider is increasing. Okay, increase in length we consider, and compressive stress we consider is what decrease. See, ये इसकी bifurcation मैंने दी है. सबसे पहले students understand सर आपने normal की हिसाब से बात किया है, axial की हिसाब से बात किया है, lengthwise की हिसाब से बात किया है. तो lengthwise की हिसाब से बात करोगे तो ध्यान से सुनना students. अगर कोई मैं वायर लेता हूँ, try to take a wire, a simple example, एक स्टील वायर लो, प्योर स्टील ले लो, ओके, प्योर स्टील वायर जिसका थिकनेस बहुत ही स्मॉल है. ये सोचो ना, थिकनेस इज 1 मिलीमीटर से भी कम, 10⁻⁻⁴ मीटर ले लिया मैंने, और उस वायर को मैंने क्या किया, 10⁻⁻⁴ उसको मैंने लोड करना शुरू कर दिया स्टूडेंट्स. और लोडिंग भी कितना दिया मैंने? आधा किलो. ट्राई टू होल्ड एंड ½ kg, इट्स सो ह्यूज इनफ. आधा किलो, वापस ½ kg, वापस ½ kg, वापस ½ kg, and see the load I'm putting it. It's a too huge load. Of course it's 2 kilograms, 3 kilograms, 5 kilograms. You're increasing the load. तो जैसे तुम्हारा लोड बढ़ेगा स्टूडेंट्स, उसी स्टील वायर के ऊपर तो एक अप्लाइड फोर्स क्रिएट होगा एट द बेस एरिया. उसी की वजह से एक रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स भी क्रिएट होगा. लेकिन उससे होगा क्या? वायर तुम्हारा एक्सटेंशन हो सकता है. अगर ये ओरिजिनल लेंथ L है, आई एम गेटिंग द न्यू लेंथ एज L डैश. change in length क्या होगा? Final length minus the original length in that case. That's what I call as extension. तो ये extension is along the length we consider. इसको हम बोलेंगे tensile stress. Yeah, I can call this as longitudinal. The stress which is acting for the wire to undergo perpendicular increase in its length. But now students, what is compressive? Sir, length decrease होना चाहिए. कैसे होगा? कैसे होगा? तो तुरंत तुम्हारा आंसर होना चाहिए सर, अगर ये वायर का बिहेवियर इलास्टिसिटी में हम सोच रहे हैं, इलास्टिसिटी का मतलब क्या होगा स्टूडेंट्स बताओ? तो तुरंत तुम्हारा आंसर होना चाहिए सर, बॉडी रेजिस्ट करेगा स्ट्रेस का चेंज इन शेप. तो यहाँ पे तुमने अगर बॉडी का थोड़ा सा लेंथ अगर बढ़ भी गया, जैसे तुमने अनलोड करना शुरू कर दिया, रिमूव हाफ kg, रिमूव नेक्स्ट हाफ kg, remove next half kg, what's going to happen to the wire? The wire will retain its original length. यानी अगर मैं ग्राफ प्लॉट करूं, ध्यान से सुनना स्टूडेंट्स, अगर मैं ग्राफ प्लॉट करूं अप्लाइड फोर्स ड्यू टू एलोंगेशन और एक्सटेंशन, ई लिखूं या डेल्टा लिखूं मैं, जैसे जैसे मेरा अप्लाइड फोर्स बढ़ता जाएगा स्टूडेंट्स, ऑफ कोर्स रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स पर यूनिट एरिया भी बढ़ेगा. एलोंगेशन में क्या होगा सर? एलोंगेशन भी बढ़ेगा. लेकिन तुम्हारा वायर अगर इलास्टिक लिमिट के अंदर है, दैट मींस व्हेन वी आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग विद इन द कांसेप्ट ऑफ इलास्टिसिटी, इलास्टिसिटी का मतलब क्या? बॉडी हैज नॉट अंडरगॉन अ स्ट्रेच, इट्स ट्राइंग टू रेजिस्ट स्ट्रेच. यानी अगर होता भी है लेकिन वापस अपना रिटेन कर सकेगा वो बॉडी. अगर तुमने इलास्टिक लिमिट के बियॉन्ड चले गए तो बॉडी कंप्लीटली डिफॉर्म हो जाएगा, या तो टूट जाएगा तो ब्रिटल हो सकता है, या उसका शेप चेंज होगा तो वो प्लास्टिसिटी में चला जाएगा. यानी तुम्हारा पूरा कंसेप्ट चेंज हो जाएगा. What studies we are doing as students is completely elasticity. We are not over here to understand brittleness. We are not over here to understand ductility. We are not over here to understand in terms of plasticity. We are over here to understand elasticity of a wire. तो यहाँ पे तुम क्या करोगे? तुम लोड फोर्स अप्लाई करो तो elongation को, अभी देखो ध्यान से, अभी तुम अनलोड करना शुरू करो. अगर मैं अनलोड करना शुरू करूँ तो ये मेरा मैक्सिमम, अगर मैंने ये लोड लिया करस्पॉन्डिंगली मेरा elongation ये आएगा. वापस तुम लोड कम करते जाओ, elongation कम होता गया. जैसे तुम अनलोड करते जाओगे तुम वापस ओरिजिन पे आओगे स्टूडेंट्स. अगर तुम ग्राफ रिप्रेजेंट करते हो फोर्स और elongation के बीच में, तो अगर अप्लाइड फोर्स बढ़ेगा तो elongation भी बढ़ता रहेगा. लेकिन अगर तुमने विद इन इलास्टिक लिमिट सेटअप किया है, तो जैसे तुम अनलोड करोगे तो वापस अपने ओरिजिनल का थोड़ा सा रिकॉर्ड compressive stress. So students, when I speak about stress, of course we speak about stress we consider as normal stress. That's the first part of it we consider. This is one kind of stress we consider as axial stress or longitudinal stress, जिसको हम नाम देंगे tensile stress or compressive stress we can consider. यहाँ पे लेंथ बढ़ेगा और यहाँ पे लेंथ कम होगा. अगर मैं रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स बोल दूं, ध्यान से सुनो, रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स बोल दूं तो रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स भी दो टाइप के हो सकते हैं स्टूडेंट्स. ये एक रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स होता है नॉर्मल टू द सरफेस, और दूसरा भी हो सकता है टैंजेंशियल. Students, did I explain you this tangential concept in stress? Tell me. एक था रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स पर यूनिट एरिया स्ट्रेस का मतलब. रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स में एक तो नॉर्मल फोर्स था, दूसरा मैंने टैंजेंशियल फोर्स लिखा है. क्या ये मैंने कंसेप्ट लास्ट लेक्चर में तुमको बताया था?
No, sir.
Sure. Sure.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Punj, you are saying it.
Yes, sir.
नहीं बताया था?
नहीं बताया था.
एक पंच देना चाहिए. हाँ,
सर नहीं बताया था.
ये बुक दिखाया था.
ओके हाँ सर, वो स्लाइड हो जाता है.
हाँ, तो कौन सा फोर्स था?
हाँ सर, tangential.
मैंने क्या बोला था? ध्यान से सुनना स्टूडेंट्स. नीचे वाला लेयर फिक्स है. दिस इज व्हाट इट इज व्हेन यू डोंट रिवाइज, व्हेन यू डोंट गो थ्रू योर बुक्स. Okay, when you just push yourself into the lectures, things are going to happen in this manner. See, there is a difference between a scorer and to score. A performer is always a performer based on to what exactly he has got it in the previous session, and he'll recollect and he'll remember it and he'll reflect it when asked. Whereas rest of the students, what तुम सारे जो answers दे रहे हैं, जो revert back कर रहे हैं, all of you are good enough. लेकिन तुम क्या कर रहे हो मालूम है? Before every exams, you are literally slogging like a donkey. And after the exams, you might forget. ये तुम्हारा concept. ऐसे पढ़ाई नहीं होती है students. There are two kinds of students who will remember it, who recollect it and reflect it. अगर मैं 3 महीने के बाद में पूछूं तो आंसर होगा कि तो कंसेप्चुअल है। और मैंने डायग्राम के हिसाब से बताया था, ये देखो थिक बुक है, अगर मैं नीचे का लेयर पे फिक्स करूंगा और ऊपर मैंने टैंजेंशियल फोर्स दिया, देखो ऊपर वाले लेयर देखो सारे शिफ्ट हो गए। Are you getting it? So this is called as a tangential force. ये tangential force कौन से surface पे आ रहा है? This is a plane surface. This tangential force acting per unit area, what exactly we consider? What exactly we call that, sir? That we call as again a restoring force also. See, जो restoring force students, it's of two kinds we consider. Is that it can be normal, it can be tangential. Normal बाहर के लिए होता है. Tangential एक type का shear करेगा. There is a shear stress we consider in that case. So stress, there are three kinds of it stress. This is the first type of stress we consider. There is normal stress, axial stress, longitudinal stress. उसमें भी tensile होगा, compressive we can consider. Is that clear? The normal stress I can consider, tensile stress is symbolized by variable sigma. Compressive stress I can put forward in terms of epsilon also you can consider. Agreed? So that's what we consider as stress. Second type of stress, students. Can anybody tell me what is the second type of stress? Second type of stress. तो तुम क्या बोलोगे? I told you about tangential है ना? Shear stress. What is shear stress, students? Shear stress is simply force acting tangential per unit area. Agreed? Per unit area. Let us go for this diagram. Okay. Okay, so just keep in mind how to go about with it. सबसे पहले जब तुम्हें याद करना है तो तुम्हें इलास्टिसिटी का मतलब मालूम होना चाहिए। दूसरा, तुम्हें स्ट्रेस का मतलब क्या होना चाहिए, स्ट्रेन का मतलब क्या होना चाहिए। स्ट्रेस इज हमेशा रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स पर यूनिट एरिया। इसका यूनिट क्या होगा, न्यूटन में मीटर स्क्वायर या पास्कल हो सकता है। इसका तो यूनिट है ही नहीं। अगर मैं ये रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स पर यूनिट एरिया रहता हूँ तो उसका यूनिट न्यूटन में मीटर स्क्वायर और पास्कल है। ये रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स दो टाइप के हो सकता है। दिस इज हाउ यू हैव टू रिकलेक्ट एंड रिमेंबर योर चैप्टर एंड इट्स अ काइंड ऑफ अ फ्लो। ये एक कंटीन्यूअस फ्लो है स्टूडेंट्स। तो ये क्या होगा, नॉर्मल भी हो सकता है, फोर्स रिस्टोरिंग नॉर्मल हो सकता है या टेंजेंशियल भी होता है। अगर वो नॉर्मल हो जाता है स्टूडेंट्स, वो नॉर्मल है तो वो कौन सा होगा, नॉर्मल स्ट्रेस, एक्सियल स्ट्रेस, लॉन्जिट्यूडनल स्ट्रेस। अगर वो टेंजेंशियल हो जाएगा तो शियर स्ट्रेस। और एक स्ट्रेस है द थर्ड स्ट्रेस, यानी अगर तुम देखोगे ना, देयर आर थ्री काइंड ऑफ स्ट्रेस। दिस इज नॉर्मल स्ट्रेस, सेकंड इज शियर स्ट्रेस, थर्ड इज वॉल्यूम स्ट्रेस. So if somebody asks you, students, oh, Vedant, where is it? I've already accepted it. So please accept a request from other devices. This is out of charge. Okay, fine. Okay, Vedant, I'll accept you. Now listen, students, carefully. The third type of stress we consider is a volume stress we consider, students. Is that clear? So now we first got shear stress. What exactly shear stress, students? Shear stress को कैसे बताते हैं? Please, students, try to answer this. Yes? In any query? Any query? Shall I proceed? I'm
Yes,
speaking
sir.
about shear stress. I'm speaking about volume stress. Okay. Fine. Now ध्यान से सुनना, shear stress के अंदर क्या है, ध्यान से सुनना। सोचो कि तुम्हारे पास में पैक ऑफ कार्ड्स है, पत्ते होते हैं ना खेलने के, पैक ऑफ कार्ड्स। उसको पैक ऑफ कार्ड्स को एकदम फर्मली ग्रिप करके रखो। ठीक है। ये जो नीचे वाला कार्ड है ना, सबसे उसको फिक्स्ड लेयर पकड़ के चलो, और जो ऊपर वाला लेयर है वो टॉप मोस्ट लेयर, नीचे वाला फिक्स्ड रखो प्लीज स्टूडेंट्स। ओके, पैक ऑफ कार्ड्स में नीचे वाले को फिक्स रखना, उसको मूव करने की जरूरत नहीं है। तुम्हारा जो टैंजेंशियल फोर्स होगा वो टॉप मोस्ट लेयर पे जाएगा स्टूडेंट्स। ये टैंजेंशियल फोर्स होगा। ये पॉइंट ए है, ये बी है, ये सी है, ये डी है ना। सपोज अगर मैं टैंजेंशियल फोर्स देता हूं तो मुझे बताओ स्टूडेंट्स, ये तुम्हारा परपेंडिकुलर हाइट है। व्हेन आई अप्लाई टैंजेंशियल फोर्स, व्हेयर इज दिस टैंजेंशियल फोर्स इज अप्लाइड? So this tangential force is applied per unit area of a given surface. What do I call this as? So this is also my restoring force per unit. Is this a stress? Yes, it's a stress. What kind of stress I'll call this as? This stress I'll call as shear stress. What is the unit I'll consider? Newton meter square inverse. अभी मैं पैक ऑफ कार्ड्स लेता हूँ स्टूडेंट्स, तो पैक ऑफ कार्ड्स का टॉप सरफेस क्या होता है? टॉप सरफेस क्या होगा? तुम बोलोगे सर रेक्टेंगल है, तो उसका एरिया क्या होगा? लेंथ एंड ब्रेथ। अगर वही मैंने क्यूब ले लिया तो व्हाट एक्जैक्टली टॉप फेस का एरिया क्या होगा? एल स्क्वायर हो जाएगा। So depending onto the top surface, students, we can try to put forward your concept of tangential force per unit area. Now, when I'm applying a tangential force, what happens to point A, students? Pack of cards देखोगे तो जो जो एंड में होगा B, B का डिस्प्लेसमेंट होगा B complement. The shift in the point A we consider will be at A complement, students. Now, if I try to draw the diagram, look at my diagram of the pack of cards. See the pack of cards, how do they look? अगर तो pack of cards देखोगे, lower layer को मैंने fix रखा हुआ है, students. After the lower layer fixed, but see there's a displacement in the topmost layer. That means if you look over here carefully, ध्यान से देखना, जो कार्ड सबसे कम हाइट पे था, ध्यान से सुना स्टूडेंट, जो कार्ड सबसे कम हाइट में था, उसका डिस्प्लेसमेंट कम। जैसे जैसे हाइट ऑफ द कार्ड बढ़ते गया, जैसे जैसे height of the card from the fixed layer went on increasing, जैसे जैसे height of the card went on increasing, what happened to the displacement also went on increasing. तो ये तुम्हारा क्या होगा सर? ये होगा तुम्हारा lateral displacement. ये क्या है तुम्हारा? perpendicular height. ये क्या है? delta x. ये क्या होगा तुम्हारा? perpendicular height. यानी कहना है इसे your x is proportional to h. Students, x is proportional to h. क्योंकि अगर देखो हाइट बढ़ेगा, हाइट बढ़ेगा, हाइट बढ़ेगा, हाइट बढ़ेगा, what's going to happen? X also will increase. Agreed? Yes. So absolutely correct. Who posted that answer? Yes, Ruxan, absolutely correct. Are you getting it? So x is proportional to x. So what exactly a ratio of x by h is a constant,
tan theta.
and that we consider as tan theta. So is that clear? That is tan theta we consider. Is that clear? So what is tan theta? Opposite upon adjacent we consider. What is this theta we consider? This is called as shear angle, students. What angle we call this as? Shear angle. So do keep in mind, students, what exactly shear angle over here will be? Tan theta, and tan theta is equal to x by. Will it have any unit? Will it have any unit? So ये तो tan theta है. Angle आप measure कर रहे हो. Students, angle किस में measure होता है? Radians में होगा. ये तो dimensionless quantity है. तो sir, dimensionless quantity क्या stress dimensionless है या strain dimensionless है? Strain. So can I call this a strain? Can I call this a strain? Yes. Change in shape. पहला तुम्हारा था, अभी देखो change हो गया shape. तो ये क्या होगा? अगर ये shear stress है, तो we can call this as shear strain. So students, when I was speaking about stress, ये ध्यान रखना, always there are three kinds of stress to use. If somebody asks you what are three kinds of stress, the first one is normal stress, or longitudinal stress, or axial stress. Second type of stress is shear stress. Longitudinal stress का formula क्या है? Restoring force per unit area, a force applied per unit area, that is for a wire. If I speak about shear stress, that is tangential force acting per unit area of a given layer. Agreed? The third kind of stress we are speaking about, volume stress. Can I erase this much part of the board, students?
So can you repeat that? Tangential stress is what?
Tangential stress we consider is shear stress. Shear stress is this tangential force, my dear. Shear stress is tangential force acting normally acting per unit area. The force which is acting tangentially per unit area of a given surface is called as shear stress. Is this clear?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And the forces acting onto each layer we consider, and as the height increases, displacement also increases. Ratio of x by h remains constant, and that is called as shear strain. Is this clear, students?
Yes, sir.
Can I erase this much? Can I erase now, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so just put on the formula, students. Stress is restoring force per unit area, force acting normally per unit area. Restoring force can be of two kinds we consider. One is normal we consider, and one is tangential. Agreed? If I happen to speak about for stress, there are three kinds of stress. First one, second one, third one. This is longitudinal or tensile stress. Okay, longitudinal or tensile stress we consider. Second we consider is what? Shear stress. The third is volume stress. Agreed? Due to stress, we consider the body undergoes a strain. This is Newton meter square inverse, or we simply consider in terms of Pascal. These are two different units. Huh? Strain, no units, m raised to 0, l raised to 0, t raised to 0. Change in dimension upon original dimension, students. When you speak about strain, also there are three kinds of strains we consider. Correspondingly stress, corresponding strain. अगर यहाँ पे मैंने longitudinal stress, tensile stress है तो यहाँ पे क्या होगा? Longitudinal और tensile strain. यहाँ पे shear stress है तो यहाँ पे होगा shear strain. यहाँ पे volume stress है तो यहाँ पे volume strain. I already told about longitudinal stress. I told you about shear stress. Now see not volume stress. Longitudinal stress का formula, what did I tell you? Longitudinal का formula, what exactly I told you? I told you very clearly. It's restoring force acting per unit area. That is force applied per unit area. Shear stress का formula, force tangential per unit area. I told you about longitudinal tensile strain का मतलब change in length upon original length, that is elongation या extension upon original length. Shear strain, okay. Shear strain we consider, what exactly shear strain I'll consider will be, shear strain we consider is equal to what we take it, change in dimension, students. Agreed. So what is change in dimension we consider? That is x by h, tan theta. Tan theta, that is equal to x by x, and that is dimensionless. Now we speak about volume stress, students. Now when we speak about volume stress, a simple example we consider, think as if that you have a football. Okay, there is some air present inside. Agreed. Now there are two ways in which you can change the volume. या तो तुम उसको inflate करो या उसको तुम deflate करो. यानी थोड़ा सा inflate करोगे तो उसका वॉल्यूम बढ़ेगा. एग्रीड. इन्फ्लेट करने के टाइम पे वॉल्यूम बढ़ेगा. डिफ्लेट करना यानी हवा निकालना अंदर से, तो क्या होगा? वॉल्यूम कम होगा. लेकिन स्टूडेंट्स क्या शेप चेंज हो रहा है? स्टूडेंट्स इज द शेप चेंजिंग?
No, sir.
No, sir.
यानी यहाँ पे चेंज
sir.
इन, देयर इज नो चेंज इन शेप, इन द शेप रिमेंस कांस्टेंट वी कंसीडर, बट चेंज इन वॉल्यूम वी कंसीडर. अब यहाँ पे देखो ये जो इन्फ्लेट और डिफ्लेट के टाइम पे व्हाट आर यू डूइंग स्टूडेंट्स? तो तुम क्या करोगे? यू आर ट्राइंग टू एक्सर्ट प्रेशर, स्टूडेंट्स. Pressure is acting, we consider on the surface, we consider, and pressure is what? Force acting normally per unit area, students. यानी सपोज अगर तुम वॉल्यूम अगर बढ़ाते हो स्टूडेंट, ध्यान से सुनो, वॉल्यूम बढ़ाते हो तो इनिशियल प्रेशर ये होगा. ध्यान से देखना स्टूडेंट्स, फाइनल प्रेशर में तुम्हारे यहाँ पे आएगा. एग्री? Initial and final. So if initial pressure is final pressure is greater than initial, volume will increase, we consider. But if in case change in pressure, if final minus initial is less, volume can be decreased in that case. So pressure is equal to what? Force acting normally per unit area. This we consider, this change in pressure due to change in force acting upon original area of this particular ball is simply called as volume stress. So what exactly the unit will be? So over here I can write an unit as Newton meter square inverse, or simply I can write in Pascals because pressure. So whenever students, somebody asks you, what is volume stress? What is your answer? Volume stress is nothing but change in pressure. That's all. Second way of writing it, what is the reason for the change in pressure? Because there is change in force. कहाँ पे? ये जो change in force है वो कैसे act हो रहा है? Normally act हो रहा है. कहाँ पे act हो रहा है? Per unit area. क्या area of what? The original area. Original area ball का ये था. जब भी तुमने pressure exert किया, of course, volume is increased. When you deflate it, the volume will decrease. So this perpendicular force acting per unit area is simply called as pressure, and that is called as volume stress. Because is this clear with all of your concept of volume stress? Students, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, when I speak about for volume strain, what is volume strain? Volume strain is simply change in volume upon original volume. Change in volume upon original volume. Now, that's enough. If I have a ball in this manner, if I consider when I increase the force acting per unit area, so what happens? Pressure increases. If I decrease in this case, pressure will decrease. There is change in volume we consider. So what is change in volume, students? Final volume minus initial volume upon initial volume. Simply we call this as change in, we consider Vf minus Vi upon Vi we consider. So that is change in volume upon original volume. This change in volume, students, upon original volume is simply called as volume strain. Does it have any change in, does it have any unit? No, it's L raised to 0, M raised to 0, T raised to 0. So it's a dimensionless quantity, students. So when you have volume stress, you have volume strain. When you have shear stress, you have shear strain. When you have longitudinal stress, you have longitudinal strain. The word longitudinal tensile only speaks about lengthwise. Shear stress, shear strain is only tangential force acting per unit area. Volume stress, volume strength is acting on the total volume of an enclosed geometrical shape we consider. It can be a sphere, it can be a cube also. Is this clear?
Yes, sir.
How's pressure and volume, students? How's pressure and volume be considered? What kind of variation exists for Boyle's law?
So can you repeat?
Can you tell me what is the relation between pressure and volume considering Boyle's law?
Inversely proportional.
Inversely proportional. That is for gases we consider. Are you getting it? Whenever you're speaking about over here, we are speaking about for what? We are speaking about elastic bodies. Students, we're speaking about solids in that case. Generally, we take it for solids. Or at times we go for liquids we consider. And that's what we call as bulk modulus. Volume elasticity we consider. तो जब भी हम बात करते हैं स्ट्रेस के बारे में, तीन टाइप के स्ट्रेस है, तीन टाइप के स्ट्रेन है. Can I erase this part now?
No, sir, just 1 second.
Yeah. It's all fine. लवली को क्वेश्चन देख लें. लेवलिंग के कारण ही शायद ये बोलना जरूरी है. एक सेंट्रलाइज मैकेनिज्म. सेंट्रल मैकेनिज्म में बैलेंस नहीं है तो वेरिएटर होगा. हाँ इम्पैक्ट आएगा तो उसका ग्राफ देखिए. इससे देखते हैं whatever initiative हाँ लोग गेट करके अपने साथ साथ चीज ये टेंशन ये अजेश टेंशन चेक कर मैग्नेट जीरो लेवल आणि students, can I erase it? Dash, can I erase?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Unnecessary it is a problem for you. Okay, students, we'll go for one more concept and then we'll solve few problems onto whatever we have covered. Okay. Students, I told you about there are three kinds of stress, there are three kinds of strains we consider. Now we have a relation between stress and strain, and that was put forward by Hooke. Robert Hooke we consider, and that is we consider as Hooke's law. Hooke's law always is applicable, we consider for elastic bodies we consider. Elastic body, abhi bhi bata raha hu, a body which does not undergo much change in volume we consider, change in shape. That means a body which has a tendency to resist any change in its shape and or size are called elastic body. Abhi Hooke ne kya bola tha, ध्यान से सुना students. He said it that within elastic limit, which is a very important statement, within elastic limit, he said it that the stress on a body is directly proportional to its strain. That means he tried to put forward within elastic limit, the ratio of stress to strain remains constant. क्या ये तुम्हें clear होगा? What exactly is this? Yes, Daksha Solanki. Daksha Solanki, you raise your hand. You want to ask something?
No, sir, sorry, sir.
I'm happy that you started attending lectures and you're concentrating. Good. Okay. Students, can you tell me, within elastic limit, stress is proportional to strain. Stress is proportional to strain. क्या ये clear है सबको? Students, stress proportional to strain.
Yes, sir.
Is this correct? Stress should be proportional to strain or strain should be proportional to stress? ये बताओ. हम जब भी ग्राफ पढ़ते हैं स्टूडेंट्स, तो मुझे बताओ कभी भी हम ग्राफ जब भी पढ़ते हैं स्टूडेंट्स, तो ग्राफ के अंदर हम y एक्सिस और x एक्सिस लेते हैं.
The strain should be proportional to stress.
Yeah, see now Josh is trying to put forward something different. Y एक्सिस पे हम कौन से वेरिएबल्स लेते हैं? Y एक्सिस पे हम सारे डिपेंडेंट लेते हैं, जो जिसके ऊपर डिपेंड होते हैं, और x एक्सिस पे कौन से लेते हैं? इंडिपेंडेंट, है ना?
Yes,
So
sir.
अगर मैंने कब से throughout the lectures in the last time when we started with topic, today we are continuing with it, मैंने clearly बोला था कि stress की वजह से strain we consider in that case, है ना? So a person should try to go for it कि yes, strain depends on this, यानी strain should be on y-axis and stress should be on x-axis. But when you refer your books and all students, it's clearly written in this manner: x-axis, y-axis, origin. Stress is given on y-axis and strain is given on x-axis. Now my question to you is why? And this relation is absolutely correct, which was put forward by Hooke. कैसे हुआ ये? बताओ. Anyway. Now answers you now. Please pay attention to this. Let us understand this simple way in terms of a spring. Everybody is be with me, please. ये देखो एक spring लिया मैंने और एक नया वाला spring लिया और यहाँ पे मैंने एक block रखा. अभी सोचो कि मैंने block को pull करना शुरू किया students. Okay, तो जैसे मैं pull करूँगा तो मेरा applied force इस तरफ जाएगा. Agreed? And this applied force is acting per unit area of a given surface. तो अप्लाइड फोर्स इस तरफ जाएगा, तो मुझे बताओ स्टूडेंट रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स किस तरफ जाएगा? ऑपोजिट डायरेक्शन में. क्या ये क्लियर है सबको?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
अभी ध्यान से सुनना, अगर मैं डिस्प्लेसमेंट बढ़ाता हूँ स्टूडेंट्स, अगर मेरा जो ये मीन पोजीशन है स्टूडेंट्स, ये ब्लॉक का मीन पोजीशन है, जैसे जैसे मैं डिस्प्लेसमेंट बढ़ाऊं, जैसे जैसे मैं डिस्प्लेसमेंट बढ़ाता हूं, तो किसकी वजह से बढ़ रहा है? सर अप्लाइड फोर्स की वजह से बढ़ रहा है. यानी अगर मैं वेरिएशन देखो, ध्यान से देखो स्टूडेंट्स, अगर मेरा अप्लाइड फोर्स बढ़ता है तो बॉडी का डिस्प्लेसमेंट भी बढ़ेगा, यानी डिस्प्लेसमेंट हो गया डिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल, अप्लाइड फोर्स होगा इंडिपेंडेंट। क्या ये क्लियर हुआ?
Yes, sir.
X is proportional we consider, और ये x क्या है? This x increases, तो उसके हिसाब से कौन सा फोर्स इंक्रीज हो रहा है? रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स इंक्रीज हो रहा है।
Restore.
जितना स्प्रिंग स्ट्रेच होगा स्टूडेंट्स, उतना ही अंदर एक रिस्टोरेशन क्रिएट होगा, जो जो ब्लॉक को अपने जगह पे लेके आना चाहता है। प्लीज आई एम ट्राइंग टू एक्सप्लेन यू व्हाई स्ट्रेस इज ऑन y axis. So as applied force increases, displacement increases, restoring force also increases, applied force per unit area, restoring force per unit area. This is change in length upon original length. What is change in length upon original length? Strain. What is restoring force per unit area? So can I say stress is directly proportional to strain?
Yes.
Mind you, a mental block of all the students जब भी इनको इन लोग को सोच रहा है तो तुरंत उधर, जैसे जस्ट ने somebody answered right now कि सर strain should be proportional to stress, क्योंकि दिमाग में स्ट्रेस के बारे में होता है क्या मालूम है? अप्लाइड फोर्स ही होता है। इसलिए ये भी मैं बता दूं स्टूडेंट्स, जब भी तुम प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करोगे ना तो एवरी टाइम तुम प्रॉब्लम न्यूमेरिकली सॉल्व करोगे तो हमेशा अप्लाइड फोर्स ही हिट करते रहोगे, तो वहां पे रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स का कंसेप्ट चला जाता है स्टूडेंट्स के दिमाग से, लेकिन एक्चुअल कंसेप्ट तुम्हारा रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स के ऊपर है। तो तुम्हारा y एक्सिस पे स्ट्रेस है, x एक्सिस पे स्ट्रेन है, ये किसकी वजह से है? बिकॉज ऑफ द रिस्टोरिंग फोर्स एक्टिंग पर यूनिट एरिया। So as displacement increases, restoring force also will increase, we consider. So restoring force depends on the displacement we consider. When displacement reaches the maximum, restoring force also reaches the maximum. This restoring force per unit area is called a stress. Change in dimension upon original dimension is called a strain. Therefore, stress is proportional to strain, and this is within elastic limit. The ratio is always a constant, and the graph will be a straight line graph. Clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And strain remains constant, student. Is that clear? This ratio of stress upon strain we consider is equal to constant we take it. Now the graph will be what? A straight line we consider. So what is the slope of the graph, students? अगर इसका मैं slope लेता हूँ तो what is the slope of the graph? Theta. Agreed? What exactly I'm going to get it? It's a ratio of delta S by, we consider delta stress and strain we consider. That means it's a ratio of stress upon strain. So I'm going to get what? Elastic constant. So stress is directly proportional to strain. The ratio always remains constant, and that is called as elastic constant. Now, how many types of stress were there, students? There were three kinds of stress. How many kinds of strain are there? Three kinds of strain. So how many types of elastic constants will be there? Three types of elastic. Three strains, corresponding constants will be three. Which are they? Young's modulus, bulk modulus, or modulus of rigidity, so called as eta. The answer is that there are three kinds of elastic constants: Young's modulus, bulk modulus, or modulus of rigidity, so called as eta. Is this clear? Is this clear, students?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sir, we got that the restoring force is directly proportional to displacement, which is directly proportional to applied force, and then we divided by area, right?
Yes. We took
Yes,
a
sir.
force per unit area, applied force per unit area to get the relation. For stress, correspondingly, I need to get a strain over here. So ये original length होगा. Suppose
Yes,
for
sir.
example, length L है, extension के बाद में ये L है, ये L है. अगर spring expand होता है तो ये L dash हो गया, तो extension इतना होगा. Original length ये है.
Okay, yes, sir. But sir, then shouldn't it be x by a because we divided by a
No
throughout?
idea. When we are trying to go with respect to the ratios in this case, we try to go for ratios in terms of their original physical quantity related to it. Since we are changing its length, we consider we are trying to go for its original length. Where is this force is acting? So this force, when you're applying force, where is this force is acting? So the force is acting on a cubical block. And this is the face area of the block. अगर मैंने ब्लॉक को रखा है स्प्रिंग के साथ में और अगर मैं इसको खींच रहा हूं तो मेरा फोर्स कहां पे एक्ट हो रहा है? फेस एरिया पे एक्ट हो रहा है ना.
Yes, sir.
उससे होगा क्या? उससे होगा क्या? स्प्रिंग के अंदर elongation होगा, so that elongation of spring is along the length, along the
Yes,
length
sir.
we अभी तुम ये भी बोलो कि सर अगर लेंथ इंक्रीज होता है तो क्या रेडियस डिक्रीज होगा? यस, टू कीप द वॉल्यूम कांस्टेंट.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Can I erase this, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Students, you have your module in front of you, students.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Right
sir.
now, students, I want you to solve this thing carefully on page number 124. Sorry, not 124, 125, students. 125, I want you to solve illustration number 2. Agreed? Right now, illustration number 2. On page number 126, illustration number 3. Illustration number 2, illustration number 3 right now. All of you, avoid looking at the solution, students, okay?
Yes, sir.
Can I erase this? क्या erase कर सकता हूँ ये?
Yes, sir.
Please, one who does the solutions, please post your solutions, okay? I'm over here only. Getting? Students, you are getting?
No, sir.
Okay, fine. One thing we'll do like that, students. Today I'll just take it for an hour because it's the work is also going on over here. Okay. And certainly next lecture we'll continue with the same examples. Is it fine? All of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, because even I'm also suffocating a lot in that case with this. Okay. And then I'll show it. I'll show it you. They're working right now. See. They're working on my static cycle and a lot of noise enough. And I have a small home. That's the only problem. So please bear with it. Okay. So today we'll wind up the sessions. Next lecture we'll continue. We'll start with the same exam. Okay, students?
Okay, sir.
Is it fine with all of you? Very sorry.
Yes, sir.
Chalo, bye.
Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Most welcome. Most welcome.